Because at the end of the day, yeah, it's been over 30 years. And we should not get stuck in a cycle of retribution. There be vindictiveness. We are saying that is not how countries are developed. So, and to me, as a patriot of our country, I believe in accountability. Yes, if any state officer or official has tinkered with the public treasury, he's got to face the consequences of his actions or inaction. So, let me show you. And you know, I'm not against that. But a choir offers virtually, he's virtually passed a guilty sentence on the man, even before the trial starts. Because at the end of the day, why do you need his physical presence before you can conclude your investigations? They are supposed to read you your rights and tell you, say, you can exercise silence.
That's true.
And to say, any pan of crown and say, oh, but now and him can also on Casa. And they have you now with my What do you mean, you So, and I think it's important that we understand the law properly and does things the right way. So, and to me, the acquire offers so in the first place. I mean, from time immemorial, I never agree with the president that there was a need for this office, which I believe is a drain on our resources. I mean, we have a director of public prosecution. Of late, until Bianca or ADPP. Yes, sir. Some be a Mudena Musa. But the famous directors of prosecutions in the country, they are part of the Ministry of Justice. They can work. But anyway, given that this has been already set up,
yes,
you know, but it does not mean you should use your office or the government to use all its powers that we all respect to intimidate and hustle Ghanaians. I think it's completely wrong. And to acquire or Namsono de Mentiase, he should so far since he became OSP. How many cases has he gone to court and won? And if you want to compare to the amount of money, resources that has been placed at the disposal of that office, I mean, you look at the cost and benefit analysis. Have we benefited as a state? The amount of money we spent on that office, what have they delivered? So, and I think this kind of behavior is not right. Let's focus on Nema Papa. I want to be an advocate for doing things the right way in our country. So, and it doesn't matter whether it is NDC or MPP. It doesn't matter whose act is God. If you are found to have misconducted yourself, you have to pay the penalty. But the procedure has to be right. It has to go through all the channels that are laid down by our laws. In the media, say what will be or say oyare. Now there are many channels of communication. Zoom or Microsoft or there are other channels that obey and no edinkita. I think this attempt to say wama in person may declare wanted. Na mema Interpol abecho. I mean that is prejudicial. You are trying to judge the case before the man arrives in court. And I think that well-meaning Ghanaians should stand up and say, look, we can't accept this. I know that perhaps the person is not the most popular human being in Ghana, and we all know why. So, but maybe I'm not one who likes to kick people when they're on the ground. I feel say, we should protest against it.
Yeah.
So, and she said, well, decided to say about 4 or 5 cases are yes, you can have 4 or 5 cases. But enona what charging on charging. They move back on go to the court, let the judge decide on the veracity of the evidence that you adduce against your suspect. If in case when Myanmar and the judge feels that the case can go on without him. After all, we've seen several examples of trials in absentia in Ghana. So, what is this compulsion, obsession with say, I saw person chilling better now in him? I think it's un-Ghanaian, it's unnecessary, and it's too much drama. Yes, we are creating a cycle of vengeance and retribution that will not help the building of a cohesive country.
2 points in your